Now, the alternative to opening a subsidiary in the source state is that the foreign company may instead choose to work through an office in the source state. Now, this office can be an office which has been purchased by the foreign company. It can be an office which has been rented by the foreign company, or it can even be an office of the client of the foreign company. All of these can constitute a permanent establishment of the foreign company in the source state. But each one of them is something which has to meet certain conditions before it can be treated as a permanent establishment. For example, generally an office is treated as a permanent establishment when it is used for a defined period of time. Now, in some cases, for let's say related party office, it can be for anywhere between 0 to 30 days. For unrelated parties, it can be 30 to 180 days. Different treaties provide different days after which a place may become a permanent establishment for the foreign company. The second is, if the foreign company operates through an agent, even then a permanent establishment can occur. Generally, agent under permanent establishment could be a dependent agent or an independent agent. When we talk about permanent establishment, that arises only in cases where the foreign company operates through a dependent agent in the source state. Now, there is a criteria as to when an agent would become a dependent agent, which we are going to see as we move through various articles of the permanent establishment clause. The third is cases where the work of the foreign company is such that they have to work on a particular site. So let's say, for example, if a foreign company is working on a construction project, let's say construction of a dam, the site where the dam is being created can be a permanent establishment for the foreign company. So basically, the difference between a subsidiary structure and this kind of a structure is that the moment you set up a subsidiary, the profits earned from day one are taxable. In these cases, unless and until a permanent establishment is constituted, a foreign company may not be liable to pay taxes on its profit. Therefore, the effort generally that is made by various companies as they operate in a different state, in the source state, is how to ensure that they do not trigger a permanent establishment in the source state. And the reason is simple. The moment the foreign company has a permanent establishment in the source state, the profits it earns from that state will be liable to tax in that state. Therefore, the foreign companies generally make an effort that the profits should not be taxed in the source state, and that is only possible when they do not have a permanent establishment in that state. So to rephrase this particular slide, if a foreign company operates through an office, an agent, or a business site, a permanent establishment can be triggered. Now, the definition of permanent establishment can either be given under the local laws of the respective countries, or if there is no definition under the local laws, it may be available under the tax treaty. Under the local laws, the definition may be given some other name, some other form or shape. The general rule which is accepted globally is that the provisions of the local laws or the provision of tax treaty, whichever are more beneficial, are going to apply in a particular case. Once a profit is triggered, once a permanent establishment is triggered, the profits on a net basis are liable to tax. So, for example, if the revenue is 100 and the expenses are 80, 20 would be the taxable profit, and the tax rate will be applied to this 20. We will now look at what is the importance of the concept of permanent establishment in international taxation. Thank you for watching our video on international tax. In case you want to subscribe to our full course, you can go to the link courses.sortingtax.com. If you are an Android user, you can download our application, and when you go to this link, you can purchase the course here. In case you are looking for a different currency of pricing, you can click on the link given in the description here and purchase the course. Thank you.